In today's world, the most common virus is fear. And fear is so common, of course, every human being experiences it, that there's an entire industry developed to essentially combat it, conquer it, overcome it, manage it, deal with it, whatever word you want to insert there. It's called the self-help industry. And through all the thinking, the thought forms, the strategies, the methods I have learned to essentially combat fear, there has been a few, but essentially one tried and true that always works like bread and fucking butter. And I'm here to share it with you today because it is just so damn beautiful. It would be a disservice for me to not share it with you. And I think the way I'm going to share it with you is I'm going to explain it through a story and see if you can get it for yourself, and then I'll kind of reinforce that. And there's so many stories, I'm kind of debating which one to tell you right now. But let's take a common story that we have all experienced. And I guess it's a little bit less of a story because it's more of an example. But have you ever experienced, I'm guessing you have at least 100, if not 1,000 times. For the classic overthinkers watching this video, this may be even in the tens of thousands of times. Have you ever experienced inflating something so much in your head, putting it off because it's going to be so hard or take so much time, or you're going to get judged so strongly for it, and then you realize you need to do it, so you do it, and it wasn't 1/10 as hard or as scary, or you weren't as judged as you thought you were going to be. And then you say to yourself, oh, that wasn't so bad. Someone I admire and am inspired by very much has this quote that fear is I may mess up the quote, a mile wide and an inch deep. It looks like it's going to go on forever, but once you take that first step, you realize that there's hardly anything there to be afraid of. And there's not anything there to be afraid of. And so, of course, we've all dealt with that, like, oh shit, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that hard. But why is it, though, that before we do it, we are literally living in dread of other people's opinions, or how hard this may be, or our inability, or lack of resources to get something done, to be something, to create something, and we let that fear completely take over our mind, our body, sometimes even our relationships, our lives, and so many other things. Why? And I could theorize, you could theorize, it doesn't really matter. What actually matters is what we do about it. And hence the strategy. The one strategy I have found, and if you're able to, if you're in a safe space right now, I want to encourage you to do this with me. I mean, I can't really do this because I'm kind of walking, but if you're in a safe space, I want you to listen and hear the next thought that comes to your mind. Like really tune in, listen to it. Try to hear whatever that next thought is. Okay, probably heard it by now. Now, who's the one that can hear that thought? So if you can hear that thought, that means you are not that thought and you're separate from it. And that means that you are the observer of your thoughts, right? So as the observer of your thoughts, that makes you essentially above, below, next to them, etc., but outside of them. And since you are outside of your thoughts, you can essentially control which ones you listen to and believe, and which ones you acknowledge and let go. Okay, that's kind of part one here. Part two is now we're gonna nail down the strategy, which is I say we do. And it's that simple. You know you want to do something. You know you have to do something. You know you feel called to do something. But your mind, the thought patterns going through the mind, are giving you so much shit, so much fear-based thinking. Oh, come on, be realistic. That's not gonna happen. Oh my God, if you do that, you're gonna get so judged. Okay, like, let's just tone it down 10 notches, and then you can do that. Whatever those fear-based thoughts are, you look at them and you say, I acknowledge them. And then you say, I say we do. And you do it immediately. So, one particular example of this in practice is this morning. I take cold showers. This particular morning, my body, my mind is fucking rebelling against it. And a couple examples of those thoughts going through my head. It's like, oh, we don't really need to take a shower this morning. Like, maybe we can take a hot shower first and end it with a cold shower. Like, no one else is really doing this. Like, so why do we have to do it? It's all fear-based thinking. And I said, I say we do. I'm having deja vu recording this video. This is nice. Which means, all right, thinking's there, but like, we're not wasting a goddamn second thinking anymore. We're going right into the shower. And sometimes that makes thinking go away because your brain realizes, holy shit, this guy's not fucking around. Like, we're doing this, so we may as well get on the same page. Sometimes that happens. Probably 50% of the time. It probably varies for everybody. For me, that's what I found to be true. The other 50% of the time, brain's like, all right, we're gonna throw up even more resistance at this thing, kind of in the last attempt to dissuade this person out of it. The point of the matter is, once you make a decision and you tell your mind, because you are not the mind, you're the observer of the mind, I say we do, you are back in and as your power. And fear, while it still has a voice, is no longer the one driving the ship, driving the car, controlling the ship. You get the metaphor. So my friend, today, I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's gonna be really hard to do it with everything because it's a way of life now that you're learning. But with at least one thing, you do it with as many things as you can. When fear brings up those thoughts today, that judgment, you look at it, say, I hear you, I say we do, then you go and do it, whatever that thing is. So that's it for today's video. As always, I would really love to hear, by the way, if you want to comment down below what you particularly struggle with, what some of those excuses that come from fear are. But yeah, that's it for today's video, my friend. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm with you. I believe in you. And I'm rooting for you. Continue to be unexpected. My arm is so sore. And have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.